Good morning, Belzer. I'm Demi.
And I'm Sophia. We are here to bring you the latest in Belzer news. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Today is Wednesday, August 31st. It is National Trail Mix Day.
Today's lunch menu is soft taco or walking taco,
Pepperoni Bosco stick with cheese.
Italian chef salad,
Variety deli sandwich or wrap.
refried beans.
And broccoli with cheese.
In the news today, a 3 million-year-old case was solved when a well-known fossil was discovered in Ethiopia. Now to CNN with the full story.
A line snakes down a street in downtown Sydney as customers anxiously queue outside a pop-up restaurant. The Down and Out burger is mashing gaming with gastronomy, boldly going where no patty has gone before. Introducing the Pokemon Burger.
So the way the way it works is that people order a Pokemon burger and they get one at random, so they don't know which character they're going to get. Part of the idea behind that is to recreate the experience of Pokemon, which is the excitement and the not knowing like what's going to happen next or which character you're going to get and that sort of thing.
Each of the burgers has different toppings to correspond with its character, and there are only 100 sold per day, clearly making it a sought-after snack.
It's got the ears on it, and I just want to eat it. Like, it's hard to say, what's it called? Like, how often do you get to say, I've eaten a Pikachu burger? You know, like, I'm even one of those people. Yeah.
The popular augmented reality game has crowds the world over roaming the streets, looking down at their phones. In fact, many people have been injured while playing. And now, in Sydney at least, you can get heartburn too.
Actor Gene Wilder has died at age 83 from Alzheimer's. His most famous role was in 1971 movie Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. He starred in a lot of other famous movies like Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein, and See No Evil, Hear No Evil.
Okay. According to the last video, an Australian restaurant is branching into the Pokemon world with Pokemon-themed burgers.
Now to Claire with sports and weather update.
61 degrees with scattered thunderstorms. In sports, volleyball, football, soccer, tennis, and cross country all won. Awesome job, Bruins. Tennis has a home game tonight at 5:15. Cheer them on to victory. Shout out to girls tennis for a perfect track record of 5-0. Great job, girls. Now back to our anchors.
Thank you, Claire.
Tickets for Lawrence Night at Lucas Oil are on sale for $10 during all lunches. You must purchase a ticket to ride the fan bus. Tickets at the gate will be $13.
T-shirts for Lucas Oil Night are also on sale from Mr. Connors or at the bookstore. They are $15.
Did you know Belzer has several Twitter accounts? One of the Twitter accounts is for Project Lead the Way. Sign up at Belzer PLTW to find out what's going on in class.
Belzer clubs will begin after Labor Day. This year, Up and Running will continue. Ms. Baker has information that will be on the scrolling announcements about the 5Ks you can participate in.
Student Council is now taking applications which can be found on a table at lunch or in the main office. Completed applications are due back to your college prep teacher today.
Project Lead the Way still needs your help. Please collect lids of any size from plastic bottles such as water bottles, laundry detergent, and sports drinks. Drop off all lids to Ms. Heck in room B106. There's a prize for anyone who brings in a baggie full.
Here's today's interesting fact. Goldfish can see infrared and ultraviolet light.
Today's celebrity birthday is Richard Gere, who turns 67 today. He is the famous actor who starred in Pretty Woman, Hachi, A Dog's Tale, Unfaithful, and more.
On this day in history, in 1897, Thomas Edison received a patent for his kinematograph movie camera.
Our quote of the day is from Pope Francis, who once said, "Life is a journey. If we stop, things don't go right."
Now to Mr. Harsha with the rest of the morning announcements. Have a great day, Bruins.
Good morning, Belzer. Just a three quick announcements. The first, touching up on what our anchors talked about with our great night in sports last night. We had a lot of teams that brought home the victories, and I am very proud of that, but I am more proud in what I witnessed last night from our cross-country teams, our football team, our cheerleading squad, and all of the Belzer Bruins that came out to support those athletes here at Belzer last night. I was extremely proud of your effort, of your sportsmanship, and even of the overall behavior of our students in the stands. Made me very proud to serve as principal last night, and you guys, I know, worked very hard. I talked to a couple different runners after the cross-country meet who had improved on their personal record, and I know we got some football players that really shined last night, so very proud of the efforts of all of you. Second thing I want to talk about is the fundraiser. I didn't get an opportunity last Friday to get on and talk much about it. I know the packets went home. Some students had an opportunity to hear the presentations live, and then I know all of you got an opportunity to see the video that was shown. I just want to make sure, students, that you understand how important that is, and I would challenge you personally to just try to sell at least one item. And that amount of money that we can raise for our school, if everybody just does their part and sells one item, we can make quite a difference. And remember, that money raised through that fundraiser goes back to directly impact you. That pays for things like field trips, honor roll celebrations, after-school clubs, all the different things that basically go right back into a fund that supports students. So please make sure that you get working on that. Talk to your friends, talk to your grandma, aunt, uncle, neighbor. Somebody will support you, especially when they know it's going to benefit your school. You just have to ask. Lastly, I just wanted to talk about how pleased I have been doing a lot of walkthroughs the last couple days. Overall behavior of students in the classroom. I know I have really put a challenge out to all of you at the beginning of the year with my meeting, and then also through my challenge to the teachers to really work on increasing what their expectations are of you and increasing the rigor and really keeping very high expectations. And I have been very pleased with that as I've walked through classrooms over the last couple weeks, and I just wanted to commend students and teachers on the work that's been going on in our building so far. So please keep up the good work. I am going to turn it over to Mr. Bergman, who is going to continue with our education process for our Chromebook devices. So I ask students to please pay close attention to the information that Mr. Bergman is going to share with you.
Good morning, Bruins. I am Mr. Bergman, your e-learning specialist, and we're going to continue today talking about your Chromebooks and other technology resources. Again, this after the end of these lessons, you guys will have a short quiz, and it will be your first college prep grade. So please pay attention closely. Teachers, if you want to allow students to follow along on their Chromebooks this morning, that would be helpful, and if you would like to as well, I'm going to step over here to the computer now. Okay, so students, when you click on your Chrome browser from your Chromebook, you have a home button in the top left-hand corner. If you click on that, this Belzer student launch page comes up, okay? This is meant to be kind of a one-stop shop for you guys to access a lot of our resources here at Belzer. You have links to Canvas, and that's our Canvas site. I know some students go to their teacher and say, I can't get logged into Canvas, and it's because they Googled the word Canvas and they get like Houston or Chicago or some other school district's Canvas site. We have to make sure that we're going to our MSDLT, where it has the Lawrence Township logo. So if you're using the student launch page and you click on that link, you will always get to the correct Canvas. Same with Skyward. There's many different Skyward sites out there, but if you click on this one, it's going to take you to the one that says Lawrence Township, okay? We've also got links to your Star Reading. More importantly, we've got links down here to like Google Drive, which most of your teachers are having you use now. There's actually an educational guide for Google Startup that walks you through. So if you're having some questions, and this applies to teachers as well, questions about how to use features in Google Drive, there's this helpful like little laid out lesson that can help you kind of understand those little nuances of it. We've got links to the Indianapolis Public Library, which you guys are now able to check out books from them, and also have access to with your student-issued library card. You'll have access to all the digital resources, movies, videos, music, everything, books that IPL has to offer. You've got links also to your school counselor. So I know some kids are like, hey, I want to go stop and see the counselor about a schedule change. And they're very, very busy. So the best way to get a hold of them is to send them an email. And with your Google account that you guys have for school, you all have access to Gmail. And so if you simply click on one of these links to either Mr. Landers or Mrs. Neal, it will fire up your Gmail and you can send them an email. You can report bullying here. These can be anonymous, or you can tell who you are as well. Mr. Landers is going to come on tomorrow and talk more about this grief counseling service as well as the bullying. And also, if you need to contact one of our assistant principals, either Ms. Shelton, our 8th grade assistant principal, or Mr. Smith, you have links to them as well. We've got links to the Belzer blog, which was rolled out yesterday, the first issue of the new school year. So you can read it there, and that will be updated regularly. If you have questions about bell schedules, 2-hour delays, our school calendar, the Belzer webpage, student handbook, tardy policy, or need the link for 21st Century Scholars, all that is there as well. What I want to direct everybody to now is back up here under Other Tools. There's one called Getting to Know Your Chromebook. Go ahead and click on that. It's going to open up this slideshow, and we're going to go through some important stuff about the Chromebooks and about our technology resources here. Okay? So first, Chromebook quick facts. These devices are going to follow you for 4 years, so you really need to take good care of them. Okay? You're going to turn in at the end of the school year, but that specific device, that serial number on it, is tied to you for 4 years. So understand, if you treat it really rough this year and tear it up, you have to deal with that for the next 3 years, okay? So take good care of it. I saw a kid the other day already walking down the hallway, and he was running his brand new Chromebook against the lockers, just running it along. It's like, okay, if you're going to do that, understand that if it breaks, you're responsible for it, and if it's all banged up and the screen's falling off, you're stuck with that for 4 years. So take good care of them. 2, you don't own this device. It is not yours. It is owned by the taxpayers of Lawrence Township, okay? They paid for these, not you. Okay? They are loaning it to you, just like a textbook. You would loan a textbook for the year. And that's what's happening with these Chromebooks. Okay? They own them. You signed an acceptable use and responsibility form saying that you would follow our technology policies and replace or repair the device if it's lost, stolen, or damaged. Okay? So if you break the screen or you break something else on it or you lose it or it's stolen, you are responsible for those repairs or the replacement of the device. Okay? If it is lost or stolen, you're responsible for replacing it, and the cost is $400. Finally, usage of this device is a privilege, not a right. Okay? If you choose to abuse this technology, it can be taken away from you. Okay? You signed that form. You signed it, and so did your parents, saying that you would follow our technology policies and be responsible for the device. And so if you choose to abuse that privilege, it can be taken away. Okay? Let's talk about some do's and don'ts with your Chromebook. Okay? Do. Take your Chromebook home for homework. Pretty soon we're going to start a checkout procedure where you can check it out from your teachers at the end of the day, your 7th period teacher. You need to have a good reason for taking it home, okay? It needs to be for homework, and they're going to ask you, what is it for? You need to check it out from that 7th period teacher. You need to check it back in immediately the following morning, okay? It's probably going to be low on battery, and you need to get it charged if you've taken it home. It only takes 28 minutes to get a full charge on these Chromebooks. That's awesome. That's a very short amount of time. And if you stop in, plug it in, sit down, eat your breakfast, watch announcements, it's going to be charged up and ready to go for the day by the time college prep is over. Okay? You want to shut it down every couple of days. We've already had a few kids come down saying, my Chromebook's not working. And the reality is they are. It's just like any device, like your phone, you need to power it down every so often. Okay? And we'll go through some steps on how to do that easily. Keep it secured in your backpack or laptop case when you're walking to and from classes. We don't want to see laptops open as you're walking down the hallway listening to music or playing a game. You need to take good care of the device. If it's not secured as you're walking to the hallway, you know our hallways are very crowded. Very easy for you to drop it, break it, damage it, and then you're responsible for getting it fixed. Keep it in a safe location during class to prevent damage. Don't put it in your book bag and then leave your book bag lying in the middle of the aisle where somebody's going to step on it, crack your screen, or damage the device. Okay? And do stay on task while using your Chromebook during class time. Okay? You shouldn't be playing games or doing anything else other than what your teacher has instructed you to do. If you are, you're violating that technology policy that you signed. Okay? Some don'ts here. Don't take your Chromebook home for gaming and social media. Use a personal device for that. Buy an Xbox. Okay? Use your iPhone. These devices are meant for school use. They are not meant for your personal leisure time on Instagram, Facebook, or gaming. Okay? Don't visit inappropriate sites. Anytime you log into this device, we can track and see exactly what you've gone and what you've done. You're using your Google ID to get into this, and that's the only way to access it, and thus everything filters through our Lightspeed internet filter, and if you're visiting inappropriate content, that can be tracked and you can be held accountable for that. Do not use proxy servers. That's a huge no-no. We've already had a couple kids that have already tried to do this. Stay off those. That is a big, big violation of the Technology Acceptable Use Agreement that you and your parents signed. Don't engage in social media bullying. We have had kids expelled from Belzer and from Lawrence Township for violating that. Okay? Don't leave your Chromebook in class. Don't forget it. Make sure you have it when you leave. Okay? Don't leave your Chromebook on the floor where it can be stepped on. Don't walk down the hallway while playing games on your Chromebook, listening to music on your Chromebook. Okay? Don't do that. And don't listen to headphones while you're walking down the hallway. That in itself is a safety hazard. Okay? Chromebook repairs. If you do need help with your Chromebook, okay, you need to go to the technology office. That's room A102. That's Mr. Pingle's office. He's our IT guy, and he fixes our Chromebooks. And pretty soon we'll be hiring an additional technology guy that will help with that. Okay? The technology office is in room A102, though. It's in the main hallway. Okay? There's 2 times you can go. One is during college prep. You can stop in there in the morning or go see your college prep teacher and then make sure you get a pass so that you're not marked tardy. But you can go there, get your device fixed if there's something wrong with it during that. And then 2, you can go during lunch hour. Okay? You can bring your device with you to lunch and then request a pass from Mr. Connors or somebody at the front there to be able to go across the hall to A102. Okay? And that's where A102 is located, just across the hall. Okay, I'll be back on Friday to talk a little bit more about some features on your Chromebook and some features on Google that'll make your life a lot easier this school year. That's it for today, Bruins. Thanks.